Michael, what's up? Hello, everybody. How are you? Dustin Starr here, coming to you live from the Memphis Wrestling Wrestle Center. And what an episode we had today. The main event, unsanctioned, the best of the best Austin Lane, looking for redemption and retribution and revenge, if you will, against the 387-pound master of Fat Jitsu, K. Toomer. And boy, oh boy, I don't think I've seen chair shots that hot and heavy since WWE Attitude Era. Oh my goodness. What's up, Michael? How are you? Did you enjoy the show? Let's talk about it. I've got a couple of minutes here to go live with you so you can put your questions and such in the comments. Wolf Better says, what a great show. Yeah, man, thank you guys. I enjoyed it as well. It's always good to go back and take a look. And I just noticed, are my logos backwards? Oh, wow. Dreadhead Kev, what's up, my man? Been posting your pictures all day long. Great stuff. Also, round one of the Cobra Cup, which by now you guys probably know, we do every February. And it started off our program. The premiere of Memphis Wrestling started with the Cobra Cup. And the gun show, Brett Michaels, was the very first person that you saw in Memphis Wrestling. So for him to win that cup and see where he is right now says a lot about who could possibly win and what could be in store for them. And the Cobra Cup, it has power this year. What do you guys think about that? Dominic says, 5-star, ready for my 5-star showcase. Oh, yeah. Thank you, brother. What's up, Big Dan? How are you? Oh, yeah. Better beware of the Posse. What are they going to do next week? Oh, my gosh. So the Posse show up here at the Wrestle Center trying to get in like they typically do. I mean, we hang out at the Wrestle Center. The Posse helped build the Wrestle Center. There would be no Wrestle Center without Little Chris and without Simon, point blank. And if there was, it would be totally different. But for them to show up after they stole the tag team titles, after they poked out Aaron Roberts' eye with a spike, I mean, what do you expect Memphis Wrestling to do? So anyway, yeah, they say they're back next week. Hopefully they'll just drop those tag team titles off. Dreadhead says, what a show, man. Thank you, brother. Great show today. Austin Lane and K. Toomer was really good, says Dominic. Man, hard-hitting encounter there. Wolf Better can't wait for Gresham versus Aldis. That's going to be awesome. Okay, it is happening right here at the Wrestle Center next Sunday, February 13th. It's the Super Bout. The Ring of Honor World Champion Jonathan Gresham, the Octopus, he will be here. Not only will he be in the ring one-on-one against the NWA's national treasure, Nick Aldis, but then also Gresham's going to conduct a pro wrestling seminar immediately following that television taping. So we're going to clear the chairs. VIP session with Mickie James will be going on in the lobby of the Wrestle Center and the VIP experience. And meanwhile, the stars of Memphis Wrestling and all across the Mid-South are going to get an awesome seminar from Jonathan Gresham. And you can join and you can register and you can be here live. You can see that match and train with Gresham. ChampionshipWrestlingMemphis.com. You got to get your tickets because it will sell out next Sunday. Also, the Gun Show versus Austin Lane for the Memphis Heritage Championship. I want to tell you guys more. I think I should. The Women's Championship's going to be on the line. Killer Bay Heather Monroe will be here, and one would have to think, who's going to get a championship opportunity? Put it in the comments. You know who it's going to be. You know who it's going to be. You know who you want it to be. And Mickie James will be here for that. So just imagine the women's division in Memphis Wrestling with Mickie James here. It's going to be awesome. You got to get your tickets. ChampionshipWrestlingMemphis.com. It's all going down. The Super Bout on February 13th. Let me get caught up, guys. But Gresham and Aldis, you will be able to watch it here on this YouTube channel as well. So I guess we broke the real forbidden door. I saw somebody put it in the chat. If you see a forbidden door show up on AEW or WWE or Impact, then you know where they got it from. Because Austin Lane and K. Toomer brought out the forbidden door, and Austin put Toomer through it on Memphis Wrestling. So yeah, we broke the forbidden door. Can somebody tell the Posse to just go away? I did that. I agree, I did that. Although in real life, are Lil Chris and Simon construction workers? That is so funny. I guess they could be. John, hi Dustin from West Texas. Great episode today. Go Grizzlies. Oh yeah, John, thank you, man. I appreciate you for watching. And yes, go Grizz. Who would have thought the most exciting thing in the NBA would be the Memphis Grizzlies. Other than me, because I already thought that. Let's see, the Posse should be thankful that they won't get sued. That's exactly right. Will you be watching the Jonathan Gresham session? Of course. Happy 50th. Of course I'm going to be in the room. There's going to be a whole room full of talented people from all over the place. I'm going to be recruiting just like Gresham, and Aldis are going to be recruiting. Happy 50th. Better every week. Can't wait to see 500. Rob, man, I really appreciate that. You're the first person to say happy 50. That was the Big 5-0, our 50th episode of Memphis Wrestling, headlined by two local guys that are born and bred for this, man. What better? Let me get caught up here. I see a lot of Skylers in here. Heard Booker T's coming to Memphis. I wonder, should he be Derek King and Danny B. Good's manager? Wow, okay. Skyler, there's a Skyler. Another Skyler. Let's get the Posse against the Goats in a falls count anywhere. Anything goes street fight. The Posse loses, they're fired. Oh my gosh, Michael, what is going on here? I loved it. I think my head's going to spin. Skyler. Nikki Lane needs to get her belt back. Better idea. Let's see. Forbidden Doors no more. A lot of guys think Skyler, so I'm saying, man, Skyler eliminated Thunder Rosa and Jordan Grace in the Grind City Rumble. I mean, why not Skyler? So what if it was Killer Bay Heather Monroe defending the Memphis Wrestling Women's Championship at the Super Bout against Skyler? Stay tuned. You guys are going to love next week's show. Really enjoyed the show. What a main event. Thank you, Greg. I appreciate all the tweets and all the support, man. We appreciate it. You can't open the forbidden door if it's already broken. Austin and Nikki are my favorites. Those are two of my favorites as well. Also, I just want to shout out to Black Rock, Arkansas. They have tagged in Memphis Wrestling to come and help the fire and the police departments in Black Rock, Arkansas. Huge fundraiser going on March the 19th. That's a Saturday night. Memphis Wrestling Live. Now also check this out, guys. I know that we have a ton of viewership all over the world. I see the numbers. We get over 4 million impressions a month. So a lot of you guys are watching us each and every week, and you see some of the fun stuff that we do in the communities. And so what we're going to do in Black Rock, Arkansas is we're doing a big fundraiser where we're tag teaming with the police and the fire departments. So you can help out whether you're there or not. So if you would like to purchase a $10 ticket, you can go to championshipwrestlingmemphis.com, and the proceeds do go to benefit the Black Rock police and fire departments. Also, if you'd like to donate your ticket, just send me a quick message and say, hey, Dustin, I bought these 5 tickets and I'd like to donate them to the Boys and Girls Club or whatever the case may be. So we can send some of the kids out to the Black Rock event as well. So just want you guys to know, tickets are on sale, championshipwrestlingmemphis.com. It is a fundraiser. You can help the community whether you live there or not, or whether you're there to be live there or not. So just wanted to shout that out. We appreciate that. Greg, you made me think of that because I see all of your tweets and I know that you don't live in the market, but you're one of our biggest supporters. So we appreciate that. All right, I promise I'm going to get caught up here. Get the fans to interfere in the match? Oh gosh, I think I got in a little bit of trouble for that one already. Posse, a friend of mine, but I hope they'd show up and bring the belts. Yeah, we need those titles back. Can't wait to see DDT get on track. Happy 50th, totally forgot. It slipped my mind. We do this so much, but 50 episodes, that's awesome. Don't forget to ask Dustin about the Wrestle Center. We had a birthday party here at the Wrestle Center last week. It was a ton of fun. I have quite a feeling I know who the guest will be in April. Tell me, Dominic, who's going to be the guest in April? Thank you, Willie. I appreciate it. Lois and Clark. That was so much fun to shoot, Rob. That was for Lois and Clark on the CW. And so that's airing here in the Memphis market and the surrounding area. So we put it on Memphis Wrestling for you guys. That's some of the fun stuff that Maria and I are able to do on the CW30. Robin says, thanks for all your hard work, Dustin and staff. Great show as always. Thanks, Robin. I really appreciate your feedback, too. I know that Maria is going to love going back and seeing the live chat and seeing all the comments and everything if she didn't watch it live at all the funny things that you say in there. But we really appreciate it, Robin. Thank you. Coming from a diehard classic Memphis Wrestling fan, too. Championship Wrestling from Memphis is on fire. You guys are going to see a little bit of changes over the next couple of weeks and a couple of months here with Memphis Wrestling, especially with logos and different things as our television market expands. So we're proud to announce that on March the 5th, here in just a couple of weeks, we are going to premiere on the CBS in Jackson, Tennessee. So I know we have a lot of viewers here on YouTube that watch from the Jackson, Tennessee market, and that is a great wrestling town. But now you'll be able to watch it there locally on television on the CBS station in Jackson starting on March the 5th. And also big shout out to Cookeville and Knoxville at Hub TV. We just added them to our syndication as well. And of course, Tubetown TV, Jonesboro, Ritter Communications, and then CW30 here. We've got our eyes on a couple of other markets, and also kind of thinking about Fight TV. What do you guys have an opinion about Fight TV? Is that a convenient way to watch, or do you prefer YouTube, or would both be okay? So kind of looking into that, guys. Also, while I'm reading these, I want you guys to know that there's a brand new podcast that we'll be doing called The Shooting Star. Where we go into detail, very similar to like the Conrad Thompson type of podcast, but not 3 hours long. I can't sit still that long. But just to answer some questions about different storylines and working with talent and, just how this whole thing came about. Just to kind of give you guys a peek behind the curtain, along with some new content that will be coming in video format or video versions to where you guys can watch it on YouTube. I feel like I'm rambling. Let me answer some questions here. What about Skylar and James? Mickey James in the title mix? Need a mixed gender tag team bout with Nikki and Austin, okay? Bobby says, I do enjoy watching Championship Wrestling from Memphis. Thank you. Mixed tag team, okay. Let me see. Dustin and Maria are actually Joker and Harley Quinn. I prefer to be Clark Kent, Superman. Matchmaker, I think you guys are all matchmakers for the company, actually. Austin, congratulations on their victory. You and Nikki are the best duo ever. That came from Keith. Greg says, that's what I want, Nikki and Austin to team up. I've wanted that for a while. Hello from Italy. Thanks, man. Thanks for joining us from Italy. We are brand new each and every Saturday right here at high noon Central Standard Time. Of course, you can watch anytime on demand. You can go back and watch every single one of our 50 episodes in full, absolutely free. There's a Memphis Wrestling playlist. You just follow that. When I read that, I thought it said Black Oak, Arkansas. No, it's Black Rock. Rock. I'd like to see Rekka Tahaka. I would love to have Rekka Tahaka here. Also, Manny Lemons, a friend of mine. I would love to see him here. Clown, Big 50, yes sir. Rekka is great, yeah. Cobra Cup tourney on the way. Action! I'd like to say that I'd keep my guesses a surprise for now. Okay, all right, I think you might be surprised. Martin had a birthday. Happy birthday to Martin. You know what, man? It's a good thing that when you get done with a television taping, that a guy like Martin, who he has been a friend of mine and an acquaintance as well for over 20 years, but sent me a text that he's had more fun in Memphis wrestling than he's ever had in his entire career. So Martin is definitely one of the guys that we love. Shout out to Martin. I hate that Swole and Mike Anthony are in the same bracket. Ooh, I don't hate that at all. Meklikoff needs his clock cleaned. Ooh, to be continued. Super Bout is set, that's right. It's the best of the best versus the gun show, and man, that main event match might have been in jeopardy earlier today. Austin Lane, he's a bad dude. Do it fight, all right? I prefer watching on YouTube, but you can do both. Yeah, absolutely. YouTube would be better, okay. Gun show needs to knock the Rusky out of Mac. Shooting Star, great name. But I don't want a gun in the logo, though. That's the only thing. YouTube and fight, okay. Love the Buff Bagwell style neck breaker, yeah. Blockbuster. Put the podcast on Apple. I'm sure it will be on Apple. It's going to be through the Shooting the Shiznit STS pod group with the Rolling Into Mempho podcast, which, by the way, will be brand new today. Memphis didn't open the forbidden door. We destroyed it. That's damn right. Vernon, what new wrestlers have you signed to Memphis Wrestling? With Vernon, we have Mickey James, Nick Aldis, Jonathan Gresham, Booker T. They're all coming, along with Scotty Too Hottie. And I'm going to tell you right now, there is a major match announcement that's going to take place tomorrow. via our social networking channels. Tomorrow, we will make a huge announcement regarding a match that's coming to Memphis in April. Stay tuned for that. Could Conrad Thompson make an appearance? Absolutely. Conrad is a friend of mine. I've actually been in talks with him about that. I like the live chat on YouTube. I do as well. Is Austin Lane's theme available anywhere? It's fire. Yes, it is on. It's on Apple, I believe. Maybe Martin needs a birthday bout. Get him some cake. Oh man, I like to see Daivari wrestle Championship Wrestling from Memphis. Okay. April guesses: Danhausen, Diamond Dallas Page, Kevin Nash, and Sammy Guevara. And we have talked to many of those on the list. Big Swole versus Meklikoff would be a barn burner. Willie, go back and take a look at Memphis Wrestling Saturday night playlist. Those two squared off in a flag match in 2021. It was awesome. I like the behind-the-scenes looks at the wrestlers. Back on the channel tomorrow. I'll look over the announcement. Danhausen's very nice, very evil. Bring in Wyndham. There is so much stuff going on, guys. I don't even know where to start. And I can't say very much because I don't want to give you guys spoilers. There's so much great TV that's coming up that I feel like is good TV that I feel like you guys are going to like. So we'll see about that. But I am running long on time. Actually, we're doing pretty good. Austin Lane theme is on Apple, Spotify, and everywhere. Wrestling Machine by Bryson G. I was saying it earlier. Excuse me. I was saying it earlier that the main event today not only had two of the best wrestlers in Memphis Wrestling, but had absolutely the two best theme songs in Memphis Wrestling. AEW's AAA team. Hey, I like that. I like that. Absolutely. If you knew what was going on behind the scenes right now, you'd really think that. All right, guys, rapid fire. Hit me with some questions. This could be about talent. It could be about stories. It could be about whatever it is that you want. Hit me with some questions. I'll do my best to answer those. And then I got to vamp out of here. And anybody watching this at a later time, put those questions in the comments, and I'll do my best to go back and try to respond to those as well. And then also I have a question of the week every week on the Rollin' Into Mempho podcast. So you can send that over to them or put them in the comments there, and we do our best to answer the questions. You know how it works. Digging the hoodie under the jacket look. Oh man, this is my new suit apparel. Avatar on Twitter's actually Danhausen, yeah. We can bang. Apologize for thinking Norman Meklikoff was actually American. Hey man, Norman, I've known Norman 10 years. Looks the same, acts the same, talks the same. I don't know all the details about who, what, when, where, and how, but we can definitely do a sit down with him. Actually, there's going to be a brand new series that's coming to the YouTube channel that's going to be entitled Superstar Faves. It's where we'll go through some of the favorite matches and moments and stuff of some of the superstars. Maybe we'll sit down with Meklikoff and see what some of his faves are and try to break that accent and see if it's fake, which it's not, but we'll see. I would like to see Trevor Murdoch and Jordan Clearwater wrestle at Championship Wrestling from Memphis. Okay. Who were the first talent signed to Championship Wrestling from Memphis? The first talent signed, I would have to say, would be the Posse. I think that's pretty accurate because the Posse were in Championship Wrestling from Memphis before it was actually Championship Wrestling from Memphis. What I mean is, literally, when I say, actually go to the feature video on this YouTube channel and you will literally see the Posse with hard hats, axes, hammers, all that kind of stuff, literally building the set here. So if there was a first talent signed to Memphis Wrestling, it's definitely the Posse because they built it before anybody else was on board. Thanks, Dreadhead. Rob says, can Maria do a stand-up set for us next Saturday? Yes, actually she should, right? I would like to see my Maria interview the women's division when they come to the desk. That's what I would like. But that might be an explosive situation. What do you think of both Royal Rumble matches last week? I like the Royal Rumble matches. I don't have a big gripe about them. I do like the Grind City Rumble of 2022 better than I like either one of those Rumbles. Maybe I'm a homer, but I say that our producers did a fantastic job on that match for us. And so did the performers and such. Who looks like future Memphis Heritage champions? Uncle Mikey, Toomer, Mike Anthony, Austin Lane. I would say that if any of those people were around long enough, then yes, all of them. Uncle Mikey, I think, speaks for himself. He keeps saying he can win the big one. He might get the opportunity. K. Toomer, absolutely. He could win. He could beat anybody on any given day. Same could be said about Mike Anthony and also Austin Lane. We saw what he did today. We saw what he did at the Grind City Rumble. Get that from a sponsor. Rob, get what from a sponsor? I'm sorry, I'm trying to follow. Let me scroll up. Stand up next Saturday, get it from a sponsor. Do you think that Brian Cage should have a match with Meklikov? I would love to see that. I bet you Brian Cage could break the Mekla lock. Is Norman Meklikov the son of Boris Zukov? I don't think so. Keith, I'd like to see both Trevor Murdoch and Nick Aldis team for one night only in Memphis. I don't know if they like each other enough, do they? Which tag team do you want to see wrestle at the Crockett Cup this year on NWA? That is very tough. If you're going to make me pick one tag team, typically I would probably have to say the Posse, but I do not like the Posse and wouldn't recommend anybody hiring the Posse at this point. I would like to say the Young Goats, but Aaron Roberts doesn't have an eye. So that's kind of putting him in a bad spot. Derek King and Danny Be Good, the Hot Steppers. What about them? That would be fantastic. Elements of Wrestling might fit in pretty good with the NWA. You know, there's a ton of teams. Our tag team is absolutely loaded. Let's see. Oh, man, you guys have a ton of questions here. Let me get through these. Any of those tag teams would work. With most of the contracts, one-year deals and the anniversary coming up in the roster, you're looking at long-term contracts. Yes, so all of the deals that we have at this point are for 1 year, of course. So any agreement, I hate to use the word contracts, but any agreement or working relationship or partnership that we have on paper are all for about 12 months. And so most of that will come up with the anniversary. But yes, now as we move forward, there will be longer working agreements for sure. I don't really want to go into all the details of that, but you know, as your business grows and it gets stronger, that talent, you need that talent for longer. So here we are. Good questions though. Wow. All right. Okay, let me answer a couple more of these. Alan Steeler still working the students to exhaustion. Yes, so Alan Steele is still with Memphis Wrestling. He plays a very, very important role behind the scenes as our trainer, as you guys know. Who's your favorite from the roster, Dustin? My favorite from the roster are all of them. So what you guys are seeing each and every week are all of my favorite wrestlers at the same place at the same time on the same show. Who are the backstage producers and agents for Championship Wrestling from Memphis or even Hollywood? Well, the Hollywood and the Memphis teams are going to be totally different. So I would say that I produce a lot of this. Austin Lane produces, Lil Chris produces. But then also in the past, you've had everybody from Alan, Derek. Hey, big shout out to Jimmy Blaylock. I mean, Jimmy Blaylock's not necessarily a producer, but he is definitely a content creator. So we all work together, you know. So, you know, all these folks ask about scripts and all that kind of stuff. A lot of this is very, very creative, but it is written in a television format. So very amazing tag team division in Memphis, very solid. I like long-term stories. Yes, I'm glad you mentioned that, Rob, because I think Lamb gave me the statistics here earlier this week that Austin Lane and K. Toomer started in episode 26. So this was episode 50 before we actually got to that. So there's some long-term storytelling for you. Shane McMahon to Memphis. Oh, wow. Too bad the forbidden door is broken. Mike Anthony's the future. He will beat Gun Show one day. That's a bold statement. Gun Show is undefeated against Mike. Actually, he's undefeated against everybody. Where have Johnny Dotson and Alan Steele been? Hiding someplace, I bet. Yeah, you know they're hiding. They're waiting out for their next attack at some point. Chris Jericho to Memphis. Wow, all right. The Hot Steppers. Oh, yeah. John Dalton. Steeker Horns take the NWA Gold. I think they could do it, absolutely. Don't re-sign the Posse. Who else do we not want to re-sign? I miss Ice Williams. Okay, Ice Williams, he's in Hollywood, so he's not one of the Memphis guys. Like to see Papo Esco. Papo should bring that United TV title. Shout out to the students. That's right, clowns. Shout out to the students. Is Dave Marquez making another Wrestle Center? You know, I'm not exactly sure. I do know that he has some plans up his sleeve that you guys are going to love. Let's see. Have you considered staying weekly on YouTube but doing a pay-per-view model on Fight? Yes. I was just saying extending the reach to Fight to where we have it on YouTube, Fight, and then we can eventually do a pay-per-view on Fight or do a live on YouTube. That'd be pretty cool. Favorite wrestlers from Memphis are Austin Lane, Brett Michaels, and as much as I would like to admit it, Derek King. Okay. Do you write the talents promo or do they come out with them alone? I do not write promos word for word, no. Which wrestlers from NWA do you want to see wrestle in Championship Wrestling from Memphis from the women's division? Wow, okay, I would love to see Marty Bell. Big fan of Marty Bell. I'd like to see her. Of course, Camille, we had here previously. You can see her on our YouTube, in our YouTube playlist as well. But yeah, Marty Bell is definitely on the top of that list. Allison Kay as well. Bring the tag team champions. Why not? Alan Steele is at the Academy teaching the future. That's right. Dave Marquez is a genius. Also, you and Maria. I don't want to be put in the genius category, Willie, but thank you. Could you guys go on TNT? We could if TNT hired us. Right now, what we want to do is we want to be really good at what we're doing, and that's Studio Memphis Wrestling here at the Wrestle Center. And guys, just letting you know, ChampionshipWrestlingMemphis.com is where you can get all of your tickets. You can get all of your T-shirts. We have all sorts of T-shirts and such, and we are continuing to announce our lineup so the fans are always prepared. So, tomorrow, Sunday, major match announcement for April, and you are going to want to get your tickets right off the jump. They're going to go on sale tomorrow. There will be an email, so if you're not on that email list, go to ChampionshipWrestlingMemphis.com. Just simply type your email into that top bar where it says subscribe. We'll send you about one email per week, but it'll keep you updated on what's going on and where you can get tickets and where you can buy T-shirts and all that kind of stuff. Maybe you could come to Shreveport TV. Yeah, absolutely. Send me a contact, Rob, especially if there's a CW station in the area. That's already in our wheelhouse. That's already in our partners. But anyway, guys, it was great talking to you. Happy Saturday. If you missed today's episode, you definitely want to go check out episode 50. Thank you for all the support. Next Sunday, February 13th, it's the Super Bout. Mickey James will be here. Aldis versus Gresham. It's going to be out of control. You do not want to miss it, correct? I just wait and see if the Posse did. Oh, gosh, I'm not even going to talk about it, but the Posse did warn us they will be here on the program next Saturday. My opinion on the Crockett Cup. I like the Crockett Cup. It's very, very cool. Happy 50th. Thank you, Big Dan. Glad you were part of each and every one of those. But until next time, I am Dustin Starr. Saying so long, everybody. And how about an oh yeah? Oh yeah.